4th and goal to go to 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Speaking of coaches, right? Now, did the Giants really have to fire Jerome Henderson? I mean, part of it was when they had Henderson here, some of what I just kind of hearing is that he might have been kind of like the scapegoat. Wow, Jerome Henderson, we brought in Deontay Banks, and he's not doing as well as we thought. We did some high draft cap, spent some first round pick on the guy. The guy should be performing for us. It's got to be the coach. So let's get rid of it. I mean, you're not going to fire the player, you fire the coach. Well, now the coach is with the Colts. Henderson's with the Colts, and they're doing pretty well. Good for him, but makes you kind of wonder: did the Giants really have to fire Jerome? I mean, how are we doing now? How are these new coaches doing? Well, I just showed you Banks has gotten worse than last season. We brought in some new coaches in the secondary, and Banks, according to PFF. But you can also see his crappy tackling, a lack of effort from last year. Still same things happened this year too. Right? That hasn't changed. But if we look at some of our draft picks, I'm sorry, buddy. Look at some of our draft picks, they've gotten worse too. I mean, you got to figure, you kind of hoping maybe Phillips or especially Newman would start. Nope. According to PFF. But I'm not hearing Newman's name like it was last year. He had a lot of tackles. He would have had well over 100 tackles, but he got injured. His season got cut short. But let me show you. Once again, I apologize there. Got all these tabs open. I got to find. Okay, so we'll start off with Newman here. And we'll show you, I mean this year here. I just finished 55.8. Well, last year, rookie season, 65.8. Now, you're supposed to keep getting better. That's the object. By your third season, you're pretty much about at your ceiling. That's what they say. You can get maybe a little bit better. But I mean, usually by your third season, that's about all you're going to wind up being. By your second season, you should take that a nice little leap. And by your third season, you should take a nice little leap. But you see here, last season, according to PFF, once again, they give me numbers, so it's a lot easier for me to show the numbers there. 65.8. Run defense, 76.6. Look at this year, 44.6. Tackling, 79.4 last year. This year, 44. Pass rush is about the same, right? And coverage is about the same. But his run defense and tackling is atrocious. He's at 65.8, went down to 50, went down 10 points. Now, of course, the season's only halfway over with. He has still his time to change that. I mean, he's had a couple decent games in here. Where we at here? Oh. There we go. My bad. Oh, there we go. All right. He's got a couple good games in here. Nice game against the Chargers and against the Chiefs. But other than that, just very pedestrian-like numbers here. You look here. I mean, he's given up. He's been targeted 28 times this season. He's given up 22 completions. 78.5% completion percentage. Missed tackle rates, missed 11 tackles. 18.6%, almost 20% missed tackle rate. He's missing almost 1 out of every 5 tackles. Atrocious. He's had 35 tackles and 13 assists, so he's on 48. So he's all on pace to maybe get around 100 tackles, somewhere around there. but you look last season, he had 71 tackles and 25 assists a day. He was in on 96. But, I mean, last season, obviously we know he got injured. Shocking. A Giants star player got injured. Shocking, I know. Hard to believe. But, he missed the last few games. He got injured against Nolans. But, right, his missed tackle rate last season, 9.4. It's like it's twice as worse this year. Last year was half. Last year was 9.4. This year it's over 18. He only missed 10 tackles all last year. He's already missed more than that this year. He's missed 11 tackles so far this year. Missed 10 all last season. He had 71 tackles, 25 assisted tackles. He was well on his way to over 100 tackles for the season. That's for a rookie. A rookie safety. And you look here. I mean, some good games here. His first game was, all right. But 65, 67, 71, 63, 59, 76. He had a couple, 50 and a 41. But 71, 58, 67, But, I mean, look at the difference. Last year, according to PFF. Right? But you can see their missed tackles and all. Right? Has Newman gotten better this year? No. So you fired Jerome Henderson. You bring in and the safety coach Treier, Mike Treier, I guess it was. The safety coach. So you get rid of those guys. You bring in a couple of new guys. How's it working out for you? Not too good. So let's go. Let's look what Phillips has got. All right, share the screen. I mean, his numbers have gone down too. Well, look at it. It's 58. Let's see. He was a 78. I mean, he was like, once again, as always, guaranteed, a New York player gets injured. Him too. No exception. But he was, people were talking about him being, like that, all that and a bag of Doritos. I mean, they were talking about, I'm sorry, pal. They were talking, having a great season. And he was a rookie. And he graded out almost at an 80 for a rookie in the slot. Holy cow. The one, of course, the one problem is in the slot, right? Is that the guy can go to the outside, he can go to the inside. Well, when you run out, when you're a boundary cornerback, the outside, that's your friend. If you got inside leverage, right, and you got the guy here, and you got the boundaries out here, got to force them that way. Well, if you're in a slot, you're kind of screwed. You got to go either way. And what a season he had. Of course, once again, I said, got injured. Where we at here? His missed tackle's not super, certainly could be better. But the same thing here. He's been targeted 52 times. He gave up 37%, giving up 71% completion percentage on the times he's been targeted. 10 yards of reception. He's given up 2 touchdowns so far. He's had 6 pass breakups. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was, Let's see. What did he do last season? All right, he gave up. Let's see here. Steven. Who we got? He gave up one touchdown all last year. He had 1 interception. We started 80. He gave up 82% completion last year. But the whole season, right? He was only targeted 50 times. He was that bad. He would have been targeted a heck of a lot more. But a lot of times you got some of those slot receivers are really, really like ABCD Lamb. Some of them guys are really, really good. Really good. But I mean, he graded out 88 one game, 84 another game, phenomenal. Granted, a 78.5. And this year's a 58.8. He's gone down 20 points, Andrew Phillips. 20 points in one season. Of course, this was a while ago, right? Giants fired defensive back coach Jerome Henderson, and Mike Treier, safeties coach, Mike, was also let go. So I'm not sure how well that's working out. It's not working out very good so far. Henderson had been with the Giants since 2020, when he was initially hired by Joe Judge. He is a former NFL player and has been a defensive backs coach in the NFL since 2007. Henderson's 55 has been a highly respected coach. Giants defensive coordinator Wink Martindale, who ran a much different system than current coordinator Shane Bowen, often called Henderson the best defensive back coach in the league. When Brian Daboll was hired, Henderson was the first assistant coach Daboll decided to keep from Judge's staff. Henderson interviewed for the Giants defensive coordinator job, but was given to Bowen. There were issues in the secondary this past season. None were bigger than the stalled development and efforts concerned around Deonte Banks, the Giants' first-round pick. Henderson publicly called Banks out after his lack of effort in the game versus the Cowboys. He also admitted that he had vouched for Banks in the build-up to the 2023 NFL Draft, wanted the team to draft the player, and that his failings reflected on him as a coach. Giants defensive backs won 11 consecutive games this season without a game. That's last season. Second pick, round pick, Tyler Newman, a safety, had no interceptions in 13 games. After getting 13 interceptions in 5 years during his collegiate career in Minnesota. Treier has also been with the Giants since 2020. He was hired as a defensive quality control coach, moved up to assistant defensive back coach, and became a safeties coach in 2023. These moves are perhaps another indication that Bowen will remain as defensive coordinator and the Giants could lean into finding players and coaches more in tune with the scheme Bowen wants to run. Well, I mean, how's that working out for you? You got rid of your safeties coach and your cornerbacks coach or your secondary coach, and it seems like he's got worse. So, did they really have to fire Jerome Henderson? Don't think so. I really, really don't think so. That was a mistake. As I said, high draft capital with Phillips and Newman, and it seems like they're regressing instead of progressing. Coaching. Let's hope that the new coaching staff that comes in here next year can get the best. Because, we've seen it. Newman seems, I'm not saying the guy's Ronnie Lott or Troy Polamalu or Ed Reed or something. I'm not saying that. But he didn't do bad last year. Seems like he's taking a step back this year. And Andrew Phillips, phenomenal season last year. Shame he got injured. But, I mean, he's not having a horrible season this year. Certainly not having a horrible season, but it doesn't seem like he's getting better. And if you look at the PFF numbers, they both got worse.